You too, what it do is your boy Benji. We back with the crew. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. So Chris Brown, Chris Brown. People have told him to be the next MJ, next Usher, whatever the case may be. He's on a run right now where he's doing stadium tours, and a lot of people are coming out of the woodwork saying these things are unorganized, they're losing money, and at the very least, they're being scammed. So I kind of want to hear this out. We can check a video. Let's get it. God dang, play, baby.
Why Chris Brown fans were hating from outside.
And I can't get in?
From Philly.
And our seats don't exist.
Miami.
Why was this not mapped out?
To Chicago.
I was pissed.
And just over the weekend, Atlanta.
I need my money back. I need it back.
Thousands of Chris Brown fans across the country showing up to the Breezy Bowl, thinking they're about to get it on and poppin', but instead,
Didn't get in the concert that I paid for.
tickets disappearing at the gate. TSR investigates getting down to it, the finger pointing, and why this is only happening in certain cities.
And I think this is kind of insane.
I'm Justin Carter, and this is TSR Investigates. But before we get into it, roommates, make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find weekly episodes of this show and more.
And I've been a fan of Chris Brown since I was 8 years old. I was excited for this. I really wanted to go. This was the 20th anniversary concert. I was excited for this for months.
That was Brianna Upshaw, who says that she screamed when she secured B-section floor seats back in April. She was ready for CB to take her down at the Breezy Bowl in Atlanta, a hit tour everybody is buzzing about. But the road to the bowl was not smooth for Brianna or the thousands of beautiful people who have been spending $700, $800, $900 on tickets, all to be turned away. And it's one thing for one venue to do this, but when the Shade Room discovered that this is happening in multiple cities, we decided to run it to see who's liable for this.
This video is for Christopher Maurice Brown. I don't know what just happened with your Atlanta show. I bought these tickets in April, stood outside for 3-4 hours with floor seats and did not get in.
Upshaw says when she got in the VIP line, they scanned her ticket, but the scanner turned red. She paid $700.
He told me that I needed to go to the ticket booth to get new tickets because my floor seats were now invalid.
And Upshaw, clearly not alone.
I'm confused.
This is the ticket booth that she was directed to. Fans just like her, outraged.
I need my money back. I need it back. I need it back now. I mean, it's commotion, it's drama, it's sweat.
Like, why would my floor seats be invalid? So prior to that, I didn't get any email, any notification about any changes to my seat, anything from Ticketmaster or Truist Park. So I'm finding this out once I'm there already and in line.
And the ultimate fail, she says ticket agents were offering alternate seating options on a first-come, first-served basis, no matter how much you paid for your ticket.
It was so chaotic. I heard Bryson Tiller go on, I heard Summer, and once I heard Chris come out, I just kind of gave up. And then also at that point too, they locked the gates. They said, even if you do get a new seat, we're not letting anybody else, back in.
Oh, wow.
So I just gave up and called an Uber back home.
Ticketmaster sent this to her, quote,
So I'm sorry to hear about this experience that you had. I understand that you want to request a refund for this event. Upon reviewing your order, I can see here that your event's already passed and they don't allow refunds.
Upon reviewing your order, I can see here that your event's already passed and the event organizer doesn't allow refunds unless the event was canceled, end quote.
Out of luck, I guess.
The story's on TikTok, funneling in.
You hear the Chris Brown concert happening as we're leaving because we bought a $700 ticket. He decided to change the stage.
This woman in the same section walking away in tears.
Cobb County shut down the gates. They said even if we did get tickets, we weren't getting in.
To get ahead of the headache, Truist Park in Atlanta sent...
Due to changes in staging and production, your current seat location will need to be moved for the Chris Brown Breezy Bowl concert. Please visit the Truist Park ticket windows to receive your relocated concert tickets. The ticket windows are open from 3:30 to 8. Oh my goodness. We encourage you to arrive well in advance of gates opening at 5:30. Now, I could see in some sense there was some type of organization that they tried to do all they could, but this looks like it was the night before, because if we see the picture is actually from 11:13 p.m. or the email was from 11:13 p.m. So it's very likely this is the night before or maybe a couple nights before. At the end of the day, if you didn't see this, you're cooked. And it looks like they tried to do all they can in order to try to mitigate some of those inefficiencies. But unfortunately, there's only so much you could do when you got a bunch of people showing up from one location. And I guess it has to be up to the venues. This is Truist Park. Y'all had to figure out a way to get people in and out efficiently. There's no way that there should be a over the head shot of thousands of people just waiting around in line. That doesn't even make sense. Now, I do think they had to do, stage changes because I saw that people in Miami were talking about there was a big Chris Brown statue that obscured or obstructed their view. So they weren't able to kind of get the best shot of the concert. And that was nothing that they were advised about when they purchased their tickets. I can see that being crazy. And maybe that Truist Park was trying to make up for that. But it does seem like really disorganized to me, if you had to ask.
This email to fans who were coming on night 2 of the concert. This woman got the alert.
Removing a whole entire section and letting us know literally at 11:13 p.m., which is 12:13 Eastern time. It's kind of crazy.
It said, quote, due to changes in staging and production, your current seat location will need to be moved for the Chris Brown Breezy Bowl on Sunday, August 31st. Please visit the ticket windows to receive your relocated concert tickets.
I think this is kind of insane.
Lucky for her, she was able to plan ahead and get there early.
Wow.
And did end up getting upgraded tickets.
2 new tickets.
Well, thank you. We're happy now. Was just a little frustrated, but hey, I hate unorganized things.
But people weren't as happy at Chicago's Wrigley.
So like I said, imagine if you had planned to be there by like 5:30, thinking that you're going to get there a couple hours before the show. And then you just show up like, wait, what's going on here? There's, thousands of people here. And my seats are gone?
Field on August 28th.
We paid $2,000 for the tickets.
This woman says she and her friend got the same message about changes in stage production, but the email was slightly different in saying that
Your original seating no longer exists. Oh my goodness.
they'd be reassigned automatically in a comparable location.
And they said, you can either get a refund or you can take the seat that we're giving you. So of course, I'm not going to get a refund. I've been waiting months for this concert. We're walking to our seats. They're like, this way for the floor seats are on the field. The lady says, oh, I'm sorry. That seat is no longer a seat. We don't have that seat. I said, no, not the I-7 seat. I'm looking for the J16 seat. She said, oh, no, we don't have that seat either. This J section only goes to 12. You don't have a seat. So you have two options. You can either get a refund and leave, but you have to leave, or you can sit way back there. And I'm like, but I paid $2,000 for these tickets. We were supposed to be in the front, and you guys put the people that were supposed to be behind us in the front row.
And worse, she says her friend was removed from the field.
They said because she's trying to bribe an employee for a better seat. I said, bribe an employee for a seat that we already paid for, that we don't have? They walked her.
Wait. What is that about? Skipping over the bribe part. What do you mean by that?
Out of the stadium.
I took her out.
I was pissed.
This seating debacle has been happening in Philly.
They didn't try to accommodate us at all.
And in Miami.
And my thing is, as the venue, you know what you need. Why was this not mapped out? And we paid for somewhere, and you come and tell us the day of.
So that's when we started asking questions. On background, a person familiar with the situation at Truist Park in Atlanta doubled down, telling the Shade Room that Chris Brown changed his stage well after tickets were sold. And as a result, there were hundreds of seats that had to be relocated. Fans with those tickets were sent to the ticket office for relocation as directed by Chris Brown's tour. Truist Park also advised that we reach out to Live Nation, Ticketmaster, and Chris Brown's team, as this is their issue.
Very, very disappointing.
Now, the Shade Room did hear back from Ticketmaster, who said on background that due to adjustments in the tour staging and production, certain seats were impacted, and all impacted ticket holders in those sections were offered comparable relocation options or a full refund. Also on Instagram, Chris Brown's merchandising team, they also said on Monday, quote, a little friendly reminder, everyone, as far as tickets, we do not sell or arrange seating for any venues. If you have issue or inquiries regarding your concert ticket, please contact Ticketmaster as to where you purchased them. CB is the same stage daily and size. He does not make adjustments to the size of his stage. So everyone emailing us that he made his stage bigger as far as a seating issue, this is a false statement. Again, we don't sell tickets or have anything to do with the seating charts for the venues.
And that's what I was looking to try and understand as well. I couldn't really understand why suddenly this dude would, like, because I mean, you gotta think about it, bro. These people choreograph like months, and prior to the shows. So before they even get on tour, like they've already had like months and months of training camp. Like so, and Chris Brown's stuff is like really choreographed. I mean, dude, he's getting on. I forget what those things are called, but they're launching him in the air. Like this stuff is already planned out. So it can't suddenly just, okay, well, we made an adjustment to the entirety of the stage where we're eliminating rows and rows and rows of seating. Now, I can understand them doing like little things like, okay, people said that there was a statue that was obstructed their view. But do y'all think that Chris Brown just suddenly, like the night before, said, like the only way that would make any sense is if Chris Brown shows up the night before, they try and do like a walk around, a rehearsal, and he's like, nah, I'm not going for this. Change this. And logistically, that'd be impossible because they typically set this stuff up like maybe a day or two before. So it wouldn't make any sense. Now, if they were to like work overtime and make the adjustment to the stage, then sure. It's very likely that they could make that adjustment, but then it still doesn't make any sense that like the venue still wouldn't have a plan in order for these people. Like you should be able, like there should be like a process for you to be able to identify who purchased what seat, where that seat is, and where are we going to now remap them out to be. And at the very least, why are there thousands of people still outside before the show starts? Look, if you're opening doors at 3:30, 5 hours before the show, how do you still have thousands of people standing around? I don't know, something's a little fishy here.
Now, in a situation like this, it may be best practice to get insurance on your high-priced tickets.
And that's what you got to do. Look, end of the day, I'm somebody who's a Chris Brown fan. I looked up tickets from multiple cities months before. You know what I mean? As soon as he announced the tour, I looked up tickets from multiple cities. I saw the floor seats, and that's typically what I would do for a concert. I looked it up, and it said things like, I saw in lettering the disclaimers that said, this ticket may not exist, or this ticket may be moved, or end of the day, even if you got the ticket, it didn't directly identify where you would be. So I said, I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait this out. This doesn't seem correct to me. I mean, I saw videos where people were talking about possibly getting refunds for like the traveling arrangements and whatnot. Again, this is why you go get insurance on that stuff. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, is Chris Brown to blame? I mean, is the venue to blame? Is it a bill of both?
Just in case, Upshaw says that she did get insurance on her ticket, but it might take some time to get her full refund. It's a process. Now, TSR, we did look into this too. A lot of this is happening at baseball fields, not concert venues. So it also might be best practice too to call ahead, make sure that all the seating is correct and in place before you get to the venue to ensure everything goes smoothly. For TSR Investigate.
It's tough. It's tough. Let me know what y'all think. Let's see what people talking about in the comments though. Let's see that. OMG, these people deserve every dime, quarter, nickel, and penny back expeditiously. If they use a credit or debit card, call the bank. There's about to be. Getting scammed for CB tickets in 2025 is crazy work. People are slow. A couple of brothers showing up with Glocks at the ticket booths may correct. What the freak? Sounds completely fly by night, but Ticketmaster is known for not caring about their customers. They're literally scamming people and assigning blame. Crazy work. First mistake was paying that amount of money to see a concert. That's what I'm saying. Let me surprise, but I'm not paying $500, let alone $2,000 to go see him in concert. Ticket prices are high because these venues are getting greedier by the minute, and that's the argument. I mean, dude, we literally saw in the presidential campaigns people trying to ensure that they would do things to mitigate a lot of these ticket prices going up. Come on now, guys. There's never been a celebrity I want to see that bad. I'm not going to spend that kind of money to see them. Hell no. And then, true argument to be made there. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at some of those ticket prices too, and I said, yeah, not me. I'll tell you that. Look, and I love Chris Brown. As an artist, the dude is very good. And I mean, you can argue about whatever he does in his personal life, but as an artist, the dude's good, and the dude does put on some great shows. But yeah, I agree. Additionally, a portion of me looking at those tickets and saying, it doesn't quite seem organized enough for me. Again, some of those tickets were pre-sale tickets, so I get it, but I wasn't willing to gamble with hundreds and thousands of dollars potentially for a seat that may or may not exist and for a location that I don't quite have secured. So I get it though. That's part of the problem too. I think a lot of people bought these tickets under pre-sale. $700, yeah, I agree. $700 for concert tickets is crazy work. And here's the thing too, it's more than likely Chris Brown is not going to get the large lump sum of that. It's going to be the ticket holders and the venues. Yo, did y'all pay attention to the video? They gave people the opportunity to refund money. Some people didn't want to take that. Ain't no way. On top of the $700 to $2,000 for tickets, and then the hair, makeup, outfit, babysitter, transportation, etc. Refunds would be great. Here's the thing too. Also, I never fly out for a city for solely a concert. Like, if I'm going out there, I'm going to do 100 things. Look, I went out to Atlanta one time, and like a plus of me being in Atlanta was going to be catching Usher. Usher canceled the show. Now I'm not stuck in Atlanta like, dang, now I got nothing to do. I was in Atlanta. I said, okay, it's one of the many things that I was going to do out here. Look, I feel y'all, but like you gotta plan a little bit. I feel it though. I mean, because some of this stuff seems like you couldn't have planned much. Problem happened in Detroit also. Me and my sister had floor seats section T and were told our seats do not exist. They gave us different seats. Ticketmaster playing Ford Field Stadium. Chris Brown and his team need to make sure this doesn't happen again. None of these celebrities getting my emotion this high for me to be sitting this. But y'all can say what y'all want to say. This dude is filling out stadiums. It's very rare that you see a stadium tour, right? So y'all can say what y'all need to say. At the end of the day, people signing up for them tickets. Just watch it on YouTube. No cap. Whole different experience in person. I went to the GNX show and seeing it on YouTube was good, but nothing like experiencing it. And I agree. The energy in person is dope. It's happened to us in Philly. The seats were not comparable. We paid for a floor middle, and they gave us all the way left of the stage. Seats no one buys because you can't see anything. Ticketmaster playing Chris' team. Chris' team playing Ticketmaster. No one taking responsibility. The show was amazing. I don't blame Chris personally, but Ticketmaster should not be allowed to change seats that people have already paid for. And here's what's going to keep happening. Chris Brown's going to continue the tour. I mean, it's what, September? I think the tour goes all the way to like November, bro. Here's the thing. All Chris Brown has to do is go up on his Instagram and say, look, guys, they don't want to see me win. And everybody's going to be like, you know what? They're right. Chris Brown doesn't want to win. They don't want Chris Brown to win. And then that's going to be it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Here we go. Oh, before we get there, this is not on Chris. Each stadium has had the stage layout and dimensions for months and approved them. Again, that's very true. This stuff has to go through rigorous planning. They could have contacted people months ago or simply made the adjustments and never sold seats in those areas in the first place. I think is the problem too is that, like, when they tried to like actually visually put it out there, they're like, oh, maybe some of this stuff doesn't work out. We overestimated. That's probably what happened too. It was a lot of pre-sale tickets, and maybe they overestimated that there's going to be so many people there, and they realized that, oh my goodness, we can't actually accommodate for all this. There's no reason for people to be experiencing this. Also, for everyone saying how much they wouldn't spend, okay, just because you wouldn't spend that or do that doesn't give you grounds to attack or tell other people what they shouldn't have done with their money. Very true. I was thinking about attending the one in Houston after this. Let me keep my coins now. Facts. I'll watch it online. I watch through y'all stories. Chris Brown team does this all the time. I paid $1,500 for a club section that was supposedly in the Chris Brown VIP section near Chris Brown. What? What does that have to do with Chris Brown? He arrived and his section was rearranged and placed in where the general admission people were. The DJ booth was literally in the middle of our section, and Chris Brown never came to the VIP area. That was crazy to me. That has nothing to do with Chris Brown's team. It's like the club, right? I mean, let's say Chris Brown's team said, hey, we want to sit over here. They can do that. That's your fault. You got paid. You got police $1,500. You shouldn't have went there just to, I'm not going to pay $1,500 to go get a session so I can be near Chris Brown. I'm going to pay $1,500 because I want to go there in the first place. Why do ticket holders need to call ahead and see if the seating is correct? That's not their job. If y'all got thousands of dollars on the line, I don't know. Their job is simply go and enjoy the show. I'm glad it wasn't any issues like this at the Detroit show because it would have been straight mayhem. So we got people saying that there were issues at the Detroit show, people saying that there weren't. When nobody would have been watching Chris Brown run it that night. And the merchandisers said Chris Brown had nothing to do with the saying, which is more than likely true. But at the same time, he has had to sell tickets to get paid, and it's his tour. And I know he walked away with his paper with no problem. But so if Chris Brown loves his fans, he could step in and make it right. For the ones who spent all that money for those tickets and didn't get in the concert. It's just too tough to track. I had zero issues in Detroit. So maybe the vendors. This is 100% a Chris Brown production team problem. Who that is, I have no clue. Maybe whoever Live Nation hired or Live Nation production team is, here's where they failed. Football fields and baseball fields are set up very differently. So Ticketmaster or Live Nation are not programmed to intertwine seating for different types of fields during the same concert series. Oh, yeah, because some of these are in football fields, some of them are in baseball fields. That's what you're saying. Doesn't really matter. What the freak? If you got a seat here. So maybe there's a miscommunication. Wires got crossed somewhere. So the seating is going to be automatically jacked up at the baseball field if they're ticketing for the football fields. So the problem is a breezy production team problem because they should have never went into baseball fields. You have to do either baseball or football fields. It's going to be a massive problem, and that's exactly what you're seeing. So, although his stage may not have changed the dynamic, this is killing me right now. Anyways, the dynamic of the seating did because the production team failed. People need to find out who does production for his tour. What? This is who failed as fans. Honestly, it feels like internal sabotage. Y'all should do a class action lawsuit against every entity, including Chris. Now that he's guilty, you just don't want every entity blaming him so that you can... People need to realize, a lot of times, though, it's really not on the artist. Like, seriously, like, the artist literally just, they get booked. Hey, I want to go on tour. They bring to the people that need to handle it, and then they handle it, and they say, okay, here's what we got. We got a tour. It's going to be probably this amount long. Let's choose some songs. And that's pretty much like the hands that they have in it. The logistics end of things is where you have agents, lawyers, booking people, but the quote-unquote team, that's who handles all that stuff. Like, the artist, that's too much other stuff for me to worry about. Now, if I want to have my hands in that, I can have my hands in that, but it's typically not the artist. They just show up. Sellers, resellers, and third parties ruin it for the artist. They have the extra fees to sell the tickets for one reason only. They know ninjas are going to pay for it. I would never pay this much to see anyone. Not because I cannot afford it, but because there are better things to do with my money and survival than this. No knock to those who do, just not my thing. Scams are real, and I'm skeptical of anything that costs a lot of money. I agree with that too. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it.